Okay, here we're going to talk about the difference between congruent and similar shapes, or congruency and similarity. Congruence and similarity. أول حاجة ضروري we understand what's the meaning of the two words. Congruence means what? It means it's identical. It's identical. يعني نفسه بالضبط. يعني when I say these shapes are congruent, it means or explain that the shapes are congruent or not. معناها explain if they are identical or not. That's the meaning of congruent. لكن similar means what? Similar, it means they are the same, but one of them is an enlargement of the other. هذه معنى similarity. يعني الفرق بين congruence and similarity. Congruence زي بعضهم identical. Similarity زي بعضهم لكن شنو واحد منهم تكبير للآخر or enlargement of the other. Let's see some questions so we can understand. So let me explain the guides for them. Which shape is congruent to shape A? This one you won't have problems with. Let me make بعدين A. Let's take a grid مثلا they will give you two shapes مثلا like this, or one shape like this, and they will give you this shape, this shape, this. We'll call them names, of course, and you see مثلا, and another one which is like this. خلاص عندي A, B, C. مثلا shape A, this one is B, this one is C. The question is, which one is congruent to shape D? Shape
A.
Which one is congruent?
A.
A, right? Because congruent means identical. It means what? Identical. معنى هذا identical معنى هذا congruent. Easy? But
Yes.
which one is similar to shape D?
B.
Is B similar to D?
No, wait.
C.
Is C similar to D?
C. Yes.
Yes.
How do you know?
It's enlarged.
Because it's got 2, but in 4 instead of 3.
Good. Because here, this one is 2. That's an enlargement of the 1. No problem. لكن هنا 2, it should be what? It should be 4. إذا كان هذه enlarged by multiplying by 2, معناها here we multiply by 2, it's going to be 4. So the real enlargement is shape C. So C and D are similar shapes. Do you understand the idea? خلاص هذا الفرق بين congruent and similar shapes. فتعال نشوفوا reasons of similar of congruence قبل نخش على similarity. خلينا في reasons of congruence. شو معناها؟ معناها لما يجي two shapes, they will tell you to prove they are congruent or not. Yes. For example, if I have a shape like this, this. Right. And another one like this. طبعا they're not going to be accurately drawn. يعني الشيبس هيقدر حتى الشكل مش زي بعضهم هذه. Not a problem. هي الفكرة مش في الشكل بروحها، الفكرة في عندك. What do you have? The reasons that you have. But let's say these are 2 lines. Okay. This one is 5. This one is 5. This one is 3. 2. This one is 3. This one is 3. This one is 6. This one is 6. Back. First example are these two shapes. Why these shapes are congruent? What's the reason? نحن قلنا congruent means what? It means identical, right?
Equal.
It means
Identical.
identical. Now, how did I say that this one is identical to this one? What
Because
gave it
also-
away?
Because the sides are all
because
the same.
The sides are the same. How many sides do you see are the same?
SSS.
3, all 3.
3. That's why we say SSS. You get it?
Okay.
Because S means side. So the reason is S, you write it like this. And you have to say, for example, this is A, B, C. You're going to say this line and this line are the same. This line and this line are the same. This line and this line are the same. So SSS. Easy? Okay. Let's imagine this is not given in the question. And they gave us an angle, which is this one. Let's say this is 30. And here we have another 13. What about now? Now, what do you say?
SSA.
SAS.
Good, because we only can see 2 lines. We can't mention 3 lines because we don't see the third line here. But we can see an angle, which is the same here. So we say
AS.
yes, you can start with the A. It's okay. So here you say ASS, SSA, doesn't matter. Okay. ASS or SSA, like this. Okay. You can even put
Okay,
it
so
in
but what does it mean by ASA then?
the ASA means
ASA,
one
2
side
angles,
only.
1 side.
Yeah, 2 angles, 1 side. For example, it's like this. You have 60 here, 60 here, and you don't have this side. So
Okay.
here you say AAS or SAA, depending on order. Or depending on it's not, it's not. Do you get the idea? That's the idea of congruence.
Yeah.
The congruence, the reasons, and the شنو is at least one side, yeah. At least one side between the 2 triangles are equal. معناها and you add 2 angles to it, it means they are congruent. Okay. But what about now, like this? Wait a minute. If I have it like this, what do I say?
AS.
You need 3 reasons.
You do that.
You need 3 reasons. You can't mention 2 reasons. So because you have 2 reasons only, you say not enough information. Not enough information. So you have to focus on the information that you have.
حيجيبوها
Okay?
لنا
Yes, of course.
حيجيبوها لنا not complete ونقول له not enough information.
Yeah, not enough information. لكن ما يجيبوش فيها واجد. But basically most of the students أصلا يختاروا في ال SSS, SSA. جا كم واحد ASA I think or SSA.
Yeah, it
SSA.
was
I
in
think.
2022.
لكن هذا ما
I think
يجيبوش
the
فيها
other
واجد.
one.
Yeah, enough information ما يجيبوش فيها واجد. Right. Okay, let me give you another one. Below, if I see this. Right. This. Okay.
Wait, Mr. And the one before that, I said it was 2. You can do yes because they are both right angle. ليش ما تدير
It's
ليش ما
not
تدير
mentioned. Well,
SAS?
it's not mentioned. It has to
It's
be
not
mentioned.
mentioned. It's not mentioned, but you know that it's the right angle.
No, you don't know. It's not mentioned. You know how do they mention the right angle? They put a box on it like this.
Yeah, a box.
And if you don't see the box,
Yeah, but like you know
don't no, don't guess. Never guess. Work on the information that you have. تمام? It has to be drawn as a box like this.
Okay.
So always work on the information that you have. But that's the idea of similar congruent triangles. Wow. Now let's talk about similar triangles. If ما قلنا similar triangles, it means 2 shapes, تمام? Which are an enlargement of each other. That's the idea of what similar triangles. But first let's talk about proving similar triangles. كيف انت تقول ان هذول similar or not. Right? مرات يقول لك they are similar, so you work you are using this information. لكن if they tell you prove if it's similar or not, look at the sides مثلا. This is 4. This is 2. Sorry. This is مثلا 6. This is 3. Now we talked about similar triangles. Yeah? وقلنا similar triangles are enlargement of each other. And every enlargement needs what? It needs a scale factor. معنى أنت the first step you do is what? You find the scale factors, huh? You find the scale factor. But how do you find scale factors between shapes? What do you do?
Choose their sides, one of their sides.
2 corresponding sides. What do you do to them? Divide them.
What?
2 corresponding sides. This one is corresponding to this one. We understand.
Yeah.
We divide them by each other. يعني divide this by this. صح؟ تعطيني كم؟
هذه حتيجي 10, right?
4 divide 2. Yes. But now this is not finding the length. Just explain if they are
What's the
similar or not. Say if they
Yeah,
are
they
similar
are.
or not. So how do you explain, huh?
They are.
How do you know?
Because 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 6 divided by 3
Good.
is
You
2.
need to do it to two sides. Okay, the ones that you have. Yeah, 4 divide 2 is 2, 6 divide 3 is 2. If they have the same scale factor, it means they are similar. You get the idea. And if they ask you to
Yes.
find the length of a line, مثلا يسألوك يقولوا لك نبغى line هذا, you use the scale factor that you got and multiply it by this one to get this one. So it's gonna be 10. Easy?
10.
That's the idea
Yes.
of similar triangles. Some triangles will come like this. Change this. Then we go like this. Are they similar or not?
No.
How do you know?
No.
How do you
Because
know?
3 divided by because المفروض يقدر مقلوبات. يعني 3 تقعد مكان 2 و 2 تقعد مكان 3. If that was the case, it would be yes, but it's not.
Oh, you mean like this?
صح.
Is that good?
Wait, now 3. No, حتى تو لا.
So what's the reason? You say no.
غير ال 8 ب 6.
But
Oh,
here it's not about
خليه
changing. And you're not gonna change in the question. They will ask you a question. Are they
Oh,
similar or not?
no.
Why?
No.
Why not?
Because 9 divided by 3 is 3,
Good.
and 8 divided by 2 is
It's
4.
4, and they have different scale factors. It means they are not similar. Easy? So
Good,
similar
yeah.
triangles must have the same scale factor of enlargement, and you can use the same scale factor to find the length of a missing side. Easy. That's the idea of congruence and similarity.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay. There's a question about
Okay.
enlargement, by the way. One of the papers. It was like this.
Was I think it was 15 and 40.
You're talking about
needed to
similarity.
multiply.
ايوه
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I'm talking about enlargement.
Right.
كان في سؤال في الانلارجمنت هيك كان في point وفي triangles like this like this and then it's here like this.
What?
This one.
وقال لك أي واحد it was D, right?
Which one is the
صح؟
enlargement shape?
Yeah.
Because before that,
Mister,
yes.
there was a question in 2022 paper. I'll just tell you what it was. It was like a triangle, and they gave us a center point, which was -1, -1.
Yes,
And you
this is
need
the question.
to, yeah.
Find the right shape of enlargement, and
you
the
just
scale
quickly
was 2. The scale was +2. Okay, I'll explain it now here. This is the center of enlargement.
It's
So which shape is it?
No, not this question.
it's the
They
red
give
one.
us the shape.
The red one.
Same idea. I think the same idea. Find the right shape, right? It's a multiple choice question.
No, it wasn't a multiple choice. It was in section B. It was like the last third question, but basically it was just a normal triangle, and they gave us the center point -1, -1, and you needed to draw the scale factor because it minused it by a half.
You remember what year?
Mine's
Yeah,
okay.
2022.
I remember. Yeah, I
June.
remember. You're supposed to find the scale. As I said, finding the scale is easy. Look at the two shapes, what happened between them. If it's half of the shape, it means the scale is half. And how do you know it's negative or positive? If the shape is flipped, it's negative. That's it.
But
It's
sir, why did I put it on this? Why did they put it in the center point?
Why would they put the center
Why
point?
did the mark scheme put it on the center point?
What's the answer that the master gave?
I'll send it to you on WhatsApp. Don't
Yes,
worry.
take a picture. Yes, take a picture. So the question here, this is the shape. The scale is 2, +2. Which shape represents, I'll change the color so you can choose. Which shape represents the new shape? That's the question.
Which is the old shape?
This is the shape.
Huh?
This is the shape. Okay,
Uh-huh.
the scale
It's
is
the
2.
red one. Above.
Which one represents the new shape?
Yeah, it's a
Red one. Why?
red one. Because it
What?
has to be exactly on top of it.
How? Okay, so
Huh?
you should follow the center of enlargement. So you make a line from the center of enlargement, and you go touch this point, and you go up. It will touch the new triangle. Okay, I think the answer was D, E, F,
Yeah.
something like that. So this question came. Yeah. Anyways, let's move on to the
Oh, it
next
was a
topic.
multiple choice. Oh,
Multiple choice. Yeah,
that
D,
was
E,
the
F.
multiple choice one.
Yeah. Let's move on. Okay. We covered this congruent. We covered SSA, ASA. Are shape A and B similar or not? We talked about explaining similar triangles means they must have a factor of enlargement for all sides. Okay, for all sides, it has to be the same.
كم يبدأ؟
Yes.
مستر
Huh?
هل أجي الساعة كم يبدأ؟
I don't know. They sent you
What
the
time does
schedules. I
IG
think you finish at 3. Oh, that's the Wednesday thing. I don't know.
It starts at 1 p.m. and it finishes at 2:45.
Yeah.
No, 2:20.
The English one, no, the English ends at 2:45
Okay, depending
because
on
it's
the
longer,
test.
and then
Depending on the test, yes.
and then
Final-
English and science and math finish at 2:20.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Now, finding a limit, we talked about this. Finding a limit using the corresponding sides of similar triangles. We talked about this. Okay. Now we're going to talk about Pythagoras, the Pythagoras theorem, and the trigonometry, and how to use them. Now, the Pythagoras, we already know that trigonometry is the SOHCAHTOA thing. So Pythagoras is the C squared equals A squared
equal B squared.
plus B squared. It doesn't matter what letters you're using as long as you're using them correct. Okay. اللي يبدا فيها ب A عادي. Some books are saying that. It's okay. أهم حاجة شنو؟ إن the longest side of the triangle هو right angle triangle like this. The longest side هو C. تمام؟ Or the one alone. هذا right hand. Now these two sides are here. You can switch them. It's okay. تمام؟ We don't have to talk about this a lot because you know how to use the Pythagoras theorem. For this one, we have the SOHCAHTOA. You understand the SOHCAHTOA thing. If you have problems with it, we have the videos.
Use it unless you have an angle, huh?
Yes, here you have to know the difference between Pythagoras and trigonometry. We use SOHCAHTOA or trigonometry if we have an angle. But if we don't know the angles and we have 3 sides, one of them is missing, we use the Pythagoras. Because knowing what to use is the first step of the right answer. Okay. Now, خلاص هذا كله حيكون على البايثاغورس والتريجونومتري. Let's check. هذه Pythagoras, as I said, مرات يغيروا فيه، مرات يخلوا فيه المغير، مرات يستخدموا في A ولولا. You know how to use it. Find the missing side of the ring, other 2 sides, find missing different sides. Same like me. But they don't already have videos for them, so we don't need to go to the answer. Here, let me show you the idea of finding, of drawing the shape. And a ladder reaches 5 meters up a wall. معناها الwall اللي هو 5 meters. Initially, the ladder is 5 meters up. So this one is 5 meters. تمام؟ The bottom of the ladder is 2 meters away from the wall. معناها the bottom of the ladder معناها the ladder. Okay? This one is 2 meters long. Okay? The first step of answering a question is knowing what's going on in it. يعني describing the question. Now, if you did it in a wrong way, معناها حتحلها غلط. So you have to focus, read it accurately, and know what's going on. Okay? So 5 meters up the wall, 2 meters length from the wall. Now, how long is the length? تمام؟ أنت لو مثلا درت هنا 5 meters صح؟ مثلا أنت لخبطت في السؤال ودرت هنا 5 meters. لما تكمل عقاب السؤال أنت عارف إن هذا اللادر صح؟ لما تكمل عقاب السؤال تقول how long is the ladder؟ مستحيل أنت عندك تقول لك it's 5 that's a tricky question. صح؟ هتعرف روحك انك غلط، تحاول تقرا من جديد، تقول الladder reaches 5 meters up the wall. يعني الwall هو 5 meters not the ladder. تمام؟ Now we are missing the ladder اللي هو السايد هذا صح؟ We have 3 sides, one of them is missing. What do we use?
P-square method.
Yes, the Pythagoras method, okay? Pythagoras law. Follow Pythagoras. Pythagoras died trying to prove this to us. Remember? So we use the Pythagoras theorem, and then we find the answer. You know how to do it. You don't have to do it, huh? You understand? We square this. We square this. We
Yeah,
add them
5 squared
together.
plus 2 squared
Yeah.
equals 6.
Yes, and then square root. Focus, okay? Square root at the end. Remember how the Pythagoras. Let's move on. If you have problems, watch the videos that I have. The Pythagoras and the questions, okay? Now, we're going to talk about data here. They mentioned that. No, okay, let's talk about the data here. Find the mode and modal values. Remember this, right? What's the meaning of mode? What is the meaning of mode?
Mod.
Mode. Or modal value.
Oh.
Now, our problem is what? We memorize. And we don't understand. We memorize. But لما يجينا سؤال واحد آخر مختلف شوية ناخد. Because we memorize. We don't understand.
الموضوع اللي أكثر واحد.
Yes, most frequent.
صح.
Most frequent, yes. So mode means most frequent. معناها when they give me a data, لو كانت numbers مثلا like this. Which one is the mode? One.
1.
Because it's repeated too many times, okay? Now that's the idea of mode or modal value. Easy? Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Focus on the questions. Odd, even numbers of values. So middle value or halfway between two middle values. Yeah. The make then this one is me. Okay, I understand. The make then the data. مثلا 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The make then the data 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. تمام. The middle value هو شنو اسمه middle value? What's the other name?
Huh?
Yeah.
What?
The middle value. What's the other name of the middle value? مش most frequent?
Median.
Median, yes. You studied this in year 7. You're supposed to understand, not memorize. Okay. So middle value means median. What's the median here?
3.
3. Because it's in the middle. So what's the median here?
There's
3 and
not.
4.
So what do we do to them?
3 and 4.
Yes, what do we do?
We pick them بعدين نزيدوهم بعدين 2.
Divide them by 2. Good, good. So we add them and divide them by 2. That's the idea of this lesson. So this lesson, knowing how to find odd or even data, so middle values, okay? Or halfway between two middle values. ولما كانت الداتا odd, معناها I just pick the middle value. لكن لو كانت the data is even, it means I pick the two middle values, add them, and then divide them by 2. Easy?
Easy.
Good.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Here.
شنو اللي لوطة؟
Which one?
هذا
Sum of function.
دم مقلوبة.
Okay, listen. If you know what's that, you'll be good. You never studied that, basically.
I
This
don't know
way.
what's that.
Yeah, this way you didn't study it. This one means summation. Summation. So basically, what are they trying to do? Summation of data dividing by the number of data. What's that?
Did this actually come in the exam though?
Not like that. What's that? Summation of data dividing on the number of data.
That sign, the summation thingy. It
No,
wouldn't
no, no, they
necessarily.
don't bring it. No, this is a college thing. But this one is what? What are you studying here? Summation of data divided on the number of data. What? What's that? Say it again.
Oh, I forgot his name.
Yeah. So what is it, huh? When you
The
add
frequency, add them all, but then add the frequency, but then
you add them all and divide them by the number. What do we call
What?
this?
The video.
yeah, just
Huh?
The mean.
The mean. Good. The mean.
yeah,
Yes, it's the mean, huh? Calculate the mean. But don't focus on this. You're not supposed to do this. Like in general, the mean, you're supposed to know how to do it, okay? You understand the mean. You find the data, multiply them by the frequency, find the midpoint, multiply the midpoint. We understand how to do this. We're not going to do this here. And we have videos. If you have problems with it, it's available in the IGs. Let's take a look. Comparing data using these things. We have a range with average. يعني مثلا أنا يعطيني question like this, and they will tell me who is the better runner, and you have to explain your answer.
Yeah, you divide the amount of seconds, the amount of seconds and the range. You divide them together. You want to get the average.
Wait, Muhammad, wait. Listen, the question says Muhammad's mean race. Let's hope it's not you, Muhammad. Muhammad's mean race is the time is 54 seconds. So this is the mean of Muhammad, right? And the range of his race time is 10 seconds. So this is the mean, this is the range of Muhammad's. Now let's talk about Umar. Umar's mean race time is 56. So this is the mean of Umar. And the range of Umar's is 4 seconds. Now, which one is better, Muhammad or Umar? That's the question, and you have to explain. First, we talk about the mean. Which is better, having higher mean or a lower mean?
Lower.
Lower mean. It means what? It means most of his races end at 54. He finishes at 54 seconds. It means he's faster than Umar. So Muhammad is better when we talk about the mean. What about the average? Which is better, the lower or the higher?
The lower.
The lower.
The lower, good, the lower. So 4 seconds is better in range, okay? And what's the meaning of range?
The highest minus the lowest.
ايوه good, the highest minus the lowest. So the lower the range معناها انت محافظ على معدل السرعه بتاعك. لكن this one has 10 seconds range معناها في سباق كمله بسرعه وفي سباق خسار فيه مرات حتى خساره ب 10 seconds. The lower the range is better, the lower the race time mean is better. Okay, that's the idea. So here you had a question like this اللي هو racer A or racer B, I think.
Yeah.
Same question. Same question. Which value is an outlier, and suggest a reason for this. The meaning of outlier is what? You'll find it in data. Here, discrete data. You have a graph like this. You remember discrete data? Not discrete. We call it sorry. Scatter graph. You remember scatter graph? It was like this. Call this scatter graph.
Yeah, I remember it.
What's that correlation?
Positive.
Positive. Good. That's positive correlation. If it's going the opposite way like this,
Negative.
negative. If it's going nowhere, everywhere.
No correlation. No correlation.
Good. No correlation. Now you understand how to deal with this. You find best fit line, and then you answer the question given to you. The best fit line should cover like this. It has points on top, points on bottom.
Line.
Yes?
Yes.
Now, what's an outlier?
It's the ones that don't go with the line.
Yeah. Which one is that?
The one on there.
This one.
Yeah.
What's the meaning of outlier data? And how can you find it? For example, if I give you data like this, 1, 2, 5, 6, 8, that's honest, that's 8. Which one is an outlier?
90.
90, it's obvious, right? Because outliers means extreme data. They might be upper or lower.
Too low, too high.
Yeah, too low, too high. Yes. So that's the meaning of outliers, okay? You know how to describe or find them, and you must know how to suggest reasons for that. What do you think the reasons for outliers? Basically, maybe a mistake in collecting data. That's the main reason in outliers. Maybe this was a mistake in collecting data, depending on the question, doctor visits, anything. The first thing you say, mistake in collecting data, okay? That's the first thing you mention. And other ones depend on the graph that you have, okay? The graph that you have, it will give you some other reasons. but the main one is mistake in collecting data. Okay. Now let's move on. This is an outlier. Should you use mean median? If you have two shoe shops and you want to compare them, compare the average size of shoes sold in two shoe shops, which one is better, mean or median?
Mean.
Mean is better, right? No, the mean is the best thing to compare data. Why it's not the median? Why can't we count on the median?
What?
Why it's not the median? Why didn't you say median?
Because mean is it's better. It's for counting average.
Good,
Like
because
you
it counts average.
and then divided by the numbers of shoes. that
Number
they
of
have.
shoes. Yeah, yeah. So mean is better to compare data. Okay.
Yeah.
Still have 5. Yeah, 7 years. 5 numbers have, okay, let's talk about this. This is a riddle. 5 numbers have a mean of 8. 4 of the numbers are these. What is the 5th number? That's easy. Okay. So we know the mean. We need the 5th number. Let's call the 5th number X. What do we do next? What's the meaning of mean? Come on, very fast.
The average.
Don't sleep. Average. How do we find it?
By collecting adding all the
Adding them.
numbers possible,
Good.
and then dividing by
Dividing them by the number. What's the number? The count.
8,
The 8. How many numbers do you have?
5.
5. So you divide them by 5, and the answer will be 8 because the mean is 8. Okay. So this one will be 8. What do you do next? Faster, faster. You take the 5 to the other side by multiplying. So it's going to be 40, right? This was 40. And then here
Yes.
we add all of them together. So here 20, 29, 36, right?
36, yes.
So yes, 20, 29, 36. So 36 plus X equals 40. What's next?
And then you take the 36 to the other side.
Take this 36 to the other
Other side by?
side. It will be 40 minus 36, which
Good.
equals
Good. So X equals 40
X equals
minus 36. So X equals what? 4. Good job. Do you get the idea? So they will
Yes.
give you questions that you can answer them using the mean and median and other statistics that you can use. Okay. Okay, we still have 5 minutes. Let's see if we can pick the question. What's that? Data still talking about it. A student wants to record the gender and hair color of everyone in his class. Design a data collection sheet that he could use to record this response. These questions, I didn't see them before in the IGs. They will give you tables, you're gonna fill them, okay? But they already have numbers, so you're gonna fill the numbers, that's it. This data collection thing is not useful. Let's see language limitation, choose a suitable sample size. Never saw this before. You're supposed to be familiar with tally charts. Tally charts are the ones
تاول
that
تشارت بتاع الأربعة بعدين one cross.
ايوه لان دول 4 بعدين نحكي that's the tally chart, frequency tables, bar charts, bar lines, pie charts. You're supposed to be familiar with these things and how to answer them. That's the idea. Find most least popular and total frequency. Yeah, most frequent modes, the same idea. The shoe sizes are discrete, temperatures are continuous. This information you should know them. What's the difference between these, discrete and continuous?
discrete continuous دي ما حاجة في النص like إذا two
Continuous.
numbers دي ما
Yeah.
في number في النص
لأن decimals.
أخرى like discrete there is no difference.
It means decimals, no decimals. Discrete, no decimals. يعني 1 بعدها 2. There's no 1.5. Okay.
We also took these in science, like continuous and
Yeah,
discontinuous.
same idea
data.
as science. Yeah. Discrete and continuous data. Okay, so you have to know the difference between them. Comparing two data distribution from different charts, calculate missing values, complete value tables. They will give you a table. You're going to complete the numbers. That's the idea. And then they will ask you about the table. Right? Which page is that? 30, still 2 pages. Most of the ones here now are just knowing stuff. They're not questions. Okay. This one is about charts and diagrams. Calculate angles, construct accurate pie charts with protractors. This one is important. the pie chart thing is important because most people have problems with it. So I'm gonna close the video and then we're gonna come back and start from here, okay? I want to show you how to do a pie chart. It's very important.
Okay.
All right, see you guys. 3 minutes and then we're done.